Headlines.
Entertainment.
Sports.
It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 11 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's your Monday morning news. Silicon Valley Bank failed Friday after depositors hurried to withdraw money this week amid fears over the bank's health. Silicon Valley Bank did business with well-known tech companies, including Shopify, Pinterest, Fitbit, and thousands of lesser-known startups. Only $250,000 in deposits is insured by the FDIC, but many companies had much more than that in the bank. For example, Roku was among the companies caught in the middle to the tune of $487 million. The Treasury Department, Federal Reserve, and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, or FDIC, released a joint statement on Sunday saying depositors of the Silicon Valley Bank will have access to all of their money at no cost to American taxpayers. In other news, Rickey, NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office announced it has been tracking a new asteroid that could potentially hit Earth on Valentine's Day in 2046. Although NASA said there is a very small chance of impact, Orbit Analysis will continue to watch the asteroid named 2023 DW. Lastly, men diagnosed with localized prostate cancer who want to avoid immediate surgery or radiation can safely choose to actively monitor the disease as a treatment method. This according to a study released on Saturday in the New England Journal of Medicine. Researchers in the study determined most men shouldn't rush to treatment decisions as the mortality rate from the cancer 15 years later was relatively low regardless of treatment approach. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at news. For more on these stories and other headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, welcome back. What's going on in sports?
Well, thank you there, Maria. NCAA tournament time. March Madness is here. The brackets are set. Yes, man, the men's number one seeds will be Alabama, Houston, Kansas, and Purdue. And the women's number one seeds are South Carolina, Indiana, Stanford, and Virginia Tech. My Final Four bracket predictions will be later on this week. Stay tuned. I'm losing my voice. You can probably tell, man. I was in New Jersey watching my daughter Harmony and Harvard play.
Woo!
Dog, I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch it, but the Ivy League championship was lit. They didn't make the big dance, but they will be playing in the NIT. They lost in the championship game by 6. But I'm so proud of Harmony and the whole team, the whole squad.
Me too, Rock.
Out,
Me
man.
too. You done proud of you and Chris. Y'all done a fantastic job with her.
Man, appreciate you, man. Shout out to them, man. Tiger Woods real fast fired back at his ex-girlfriend saying he and her did not have any verbal agreement to let her live in his house for at least 5 more years, and he never transferred any ownership or possession to his residence. As you already know, she's suing Tiger for $30 million for kicking her out in his after they broke up a couple weeks ago. So that's a quick update for my sports report. I'm going to go drink some hot tea. Gary, what's up, big dog?
All right, y'all. Remember when I reported the other day that Cher 76, y'all, is dating Alexander A.E.L. was the ex-boyfriend of Amber Rose? Well, now they're saying, we talked about how she's dumping all her money. They say she's dumping her money and supporting the romance with this man. Well, now it's being reported, y'all, that Cher said, honey, that she is hard at work, honey, on new music and is collaborating, y'all, with her new young music producer boyfriend on the project. She said, quote, I'm going to England to make 2 albums. She has reportedly chartered a private jet to take her and her new man across the pond. And they're saying, y'all, that the two will be staying in a penthouse suite at London's most expensive hotels, honey, while working on the music, honey. She said, some of the songs Alexander gave me, so I'm pretty excited about that. And he's a producer and a writer, and he does everything, so I am happy about that, unquote, honey. So congratulations to Cher. I mean, it's good he's reviving her, honey. 76 years old, and I mean, hey, he got what it takes, honey, for this woman. So congratulations to Cher, y'all.
Revival for black folks only lasts 1 week in church.
Okay.
You're reviving her, all right.
So there you go, Ricky. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is robin egg. On the high end, you say robin egg, and on the low end, you say beautiful powder blue. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, fans lose it after Angela Bassett did not win last night. Wait till I tell you up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, it's the bottom of the hour, y'all. The hot spot is being brought to you by.
Brought to you by Macy's. Listen to the Undressing Room podcast presented by Macy's, featuring Eva Marcille and L'Oreal. Log on to the undressingroompod.com for access to their personal Macy's shopping page. The Undressing Room podcast is available wherever you get your podcast. Good morning, Brat.
Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, fans took to social media to react after Angela Bassett lost Best Supporting Actress Oscar to Jamie Lee Curtis. Now, she was considered a front runner for the award for her role as Queen Ramonda in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. One person tweeted, "Of course, the Oscars reward white mediocrity because it's the world. Because what in the world did Jamie Lee Curtis give a better performance in comparison to Stephanie Hugh or Angela Bassett?" Another person wrote, "Angela Bassett getting snubbed is exactly why I pay these ragged-ass awards show dust." Anyway, they said, shout out to the NAACP Image Award winner, Entertainer of the Year, Angela Bassett. But in other Oscar news, y'all, Rihanna performed Lift Me Up, and that was also nominated for Best Original Song at the Oscars last night. Did anybody see that?
I didn't see that part, but I peeped at it. But of course, when I was watching, I looked in the audience. Girl, the Oscars real white.
Yeah.
You could look at the black heads and count them, honey, up in the audience. I'm like, oh my God.
I'm just trying to figure out, we talk about this every year. What the hell black people keep going for?
Nah.
That's the question.
And you know,
that's what I'm trying to understand.
Well,
why do we feel like you need to be validated by them?
You nominated, so you kind of got to go. And you want to win. Like, you want to win your awards. If you was Angela Bassett and you've been getting awards for that same role all across the board, and they nominate you, you got to go.
Well, yeah, but and not just with the performance, Rick, and all this. I just, you know me, I'm looking at the way they dress. We pull out the best clothes money could buy, honey, to go to those Oscars. But when you go to the Soul Train Award, the BET Awards, and all that, like we roll out the bed.
They've gotten better, though.
Well, they're getting a little better.
The mindset.
Makes me mad. Yes, it is. Hell.
Did y'all want to play some Rihanna from last night?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
That was awesome.
I'm happy she came to do her thing on that. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got, oh, Lord, Rock T's joke of the day. Rock T, is it going to be funny?
Come on, let's get it. Bring it in tat.
Oh, Lord, the time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour, y'all. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, ladies and gentlemen. It is about that time for Rock T. Joke of the day. Joke of the day. Joke of the day. All right, man, it better be funny.
Got an old school classic for Briggity Tat. You ready, Brat? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Smell mop.
Smell my poo. Got me. I liked it. That was a good one.
It was cute.
I liked it. It was cute. It was cute.
Good old second grade.
Good old, yeah. Kindergarten, but I like it.
Smell my poo. That was cute.
That's the way you said it, though. Smell my poo. Like you were like trying to figure it out.
What you think, Gary?
Oh, it was cute.
It was cute.
I might use it, Rick.
Special day.
Yeah, Netflix online, too. They want to talk to Rock, too.
Good morning, Ricky. So everyone is a little groggy today thanks to the time shift. Well, maybe not everyone. Some people may feel well rested, but 1 in 5 Americans still like the fact that we do it twice a year. 21% of people in a new poll said they think changing the clocks the way we're doing it is still the best option. 62% want to stop shifting the clocks, and the other 17% are undecided. Really interesting stats here, Ricky. Some that stood out to me. 19% of Americans prefer waking up when it's dark outside. That
Yeah.
happens. I feel that way too. Do y'all?
Yeah,
I
me
like
too.
getting up in the dark.
It makes
Yeah.
me feel like I'm getting a head start on the day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I love it.
Yeah.
And
no,
I love the time change, too.
Oh, yeah. Me too. I love it because, at least I was going in at 4 o'clock. Hell, it was getting dark. I'm like, my God. So I'm glad night get dark like around 8 or 9.
Right.
So.
You get a chance to enjoy your life.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like getting that extra hour in the fall, but hey, that's just me. 7% of Americans are waking up in the dark most of the year, no matter what. And that's how many said they wake up before 5 a.m. on weekdays. 68% wake up before 8 a.m. and only 13% roll out of bed after 9. Do y'all have issues on the weekends? Waking up earlier than you want to and your body is thinking you're going to the morning show?
We're so used to getting up so early
Yeah.
Monday
Yeah.
through
Just
Friday.
wake up anyway.
Just wake up anyway. Yep.
Yeah.
And just
Go
be
back
staring.
to sleep.
Oh.
Yeah. I
don't
just try
like
to go back to sleep.
I don't like sleeping late.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
on the weekend, 4:30, 5:30 ain't cool, though, when you don't got to go to
Oh,
work.
no.
But see, I don't get up early on the weekend because on the weekend I'll stay on up late and watch TV and just walk around the house and drink bottled water with your drawers on, looking out the windows with a damn gun in your hand, just being stupid as hell.
What is wrong with you?
Got you walking around with your gun, want to pretend that somebody finna come get you like you bad, walk around with your underwear on 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning, just being a dumbass for no reason.
I
Acting
think
like-
that's only you. Nobody else do that.
Rick Roll playing a Scarface.
I know.
Right.
No, I do that.
sure
I do that. I
love
can't
you.
even lie. I can't even lie
Listen what
about
I'm
it.
saying.
My bra and my biking shorts all day long with a belly, with my gun in the mirror, like, I dare you. You better, you
Please.
yeah.
I got something for you. Come up in here. You
Yes.
wish a brother would.
Yes.
That is hilarious.
Yes.
Oh, my
I'm with
gosh.
you on that. You got to feel your Scarface every now and then.
Right.
You know?
Every now and then.
Every now and then, baby. Every now and then.
So does the itis kick in for y'all earlier in the day? Since I've been with the morning show like around 11 a.m., like I am so like I have to take
Take
a
a nap.
midday nap.
Yes.
Yeah, take a nap. You have to take a nap.
You got to take a nap.
Yeah, sometimes I get off the air, probably around about an hour after I get off the air, I might go and just crash out for a good 45 minutes, wrap up in a blanket on the couch, and get up, and you good for the rest of the day. And then I start getting sleepy after night. What his name? Ed Hope go off. After nightly news, I start winding down, take a bath, and just go to bed.
Isn't it funny, though, now when we were kids, you didn't want to take a nap. Now we're adults, we take a nap.
Uh-huh.
You have to take a nap.
Have
You're
to.
adult. You're
Yes.
being targeted at the counter sleep.
Okay? Yes.
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Hey.
So we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl. Oh, yeah. Hey.
This is my part right here.
Hold it. Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, 4 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea and the color today. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Actor Tyrese Gibson, y'all, we all know that he made headlines back in 2017 when he blamed, y'all, his antipsychotic medication, y'all, for his erratic behavior. Well, now they're saying, y'all, that the pharmaceutical company that makes the schizophrenia drug Zoltan launched an investigation, y'all, into the singer-actor's claim. Now they're saying Tyrese, honey, is blaming his antipsychotic drug, y'all, for his lie, y'all. I know this. His lie, y'all, that Will and Jada Pinkett Smith gave him $5 million. Y'all remember back in 2017? Yeah. He posted, y'all, he said that the power couple gave him $5 million and asked him to stay off the internet. He said, quote, "I will listen," he wrote. But he didn't listen, y'all. They're saying that his antics escalated over the years and affected his career. His record label dropped him, and, y'all, he last appeared in the Fast and Furious movies in 2021. Now, they're saying in a new interview, y'all, this week, it's being reported, y'all, that Tyrese admitted this, y'all, that Will and Jada never gave him $5 million, y'all, to pay his legal bills. I don't know his drugs, his psychotic medicine. He said, quote, I never talked to Will Smith, and I still haven't recovered from the damage that I did to him and his family. They didn't deserve them phone calls. I still haven't recovered from announcing that my ex-wife Samantha Lee Gibson was pregnant when she wasn't at the time. Everything that was happening, he said, y'all, he was out of his mind. Now, recently, they're saying, now, this is another story, too. People were concerned. You remember recently, now, Tyrese claimed, y'all, that his very good friend, Miss Kim Burrell, was hospitalized, y'all, in intensive care unit, which I reported that story the other day.
I remember that. It was a very long text.
Yeah, he said she had double pneumonia. They were saying that he asked for prayers and donations, y'all, to help pay the gospel singer's medical expenses. Well, Miss Burrell got online and she denied that she was on her deathbed, and she put in a new interview. She implied, y'all, that the discombobulated actor, y'all, was off his medicine again, y'all.
Oh, wow. I saw her go live, and she said she was at the airport on her way to Paris or something like that.
She was.
Yeah.
And I just talked to Tyrese on the phone about 3 weeks ago, and he sounded, normal to me. We had a real good conversation.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, probably about 3 weeks ago.
Just ain't right.
Yeah, sure ain't. But yeah, we need to pray for Tyrese, y'all, and hopefully everything, gets well with him and stuff like that, because that's not a good.
Yeah, them is deep lies. I'm sorry,
honey,
that's not just like a service lie. Like I got a headache.
Exactly.
That's like
just saying, keep sweating.
So did. Something just ain't right.
Well, we're going to keep him lifted in prayer, y'all. And Ricky, if you talk to him soon, honey, tell him we praying for him and stuff.
Okay.
All right. Moving on in other celebrity news, y'all, Shaquille O'Neal. Now, we all know they say he's one of the wealthiest people in the history of professional sports. Now, it's being reported that the NBA legend, y'all, is now worth an estimated $1 billion. And they say he looks it now. It's being reported, y'all, that Shaq, he had his 52nd birthday party, y'all, in Atlanta the other day. And they said it was a movie. They had tons of celebrities that were in attendance. And they're saying while the event was held at night, they said Shaq came in and looked like daytime. It's being reported that Shaq, hey, listen to this. He bought for himself, y'all, a $5 million Cuban link pendant and a Cuban link chain, y'all, that cost just as much, honey. Now they're saying,
what's a Cuban link pendant?
I guess to go on the neck.
Tie.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Now they're saying that the total of more. He only has, y'all, 1,000 carats on the chain. That's 1,000 carats of diamonds on the chain, and they're all custom cut to 3.5 carat stone.
Yes.
I don't believe Shaq did that.
Well, he a big guy. He gotta have some hang time on the jewelry.
Yeah, Shaq owns most of the Five Guys restaurants. He owns most of. I did a Google the other day of all the stuff that he owns.
He got a stake in a lot of Starbucks.
Papa John's Pizza.
Yeah.
The donut shop.
The General.
Insurance company. The General. Shaq got it. Still getting NBA
Gold
money.
Bond.
Yeah. Well, congrats.
Ain't nobody, and you notice nobody asks you anymore. It's all because of Shaq.
Yeah, okay. Because he does every commercial, too. I'm like, golly, honey, he do all the commercials and everything. But I don't know about that chain, though, honey. But, congratulations.
That's all right.
Go out to Shaq, yeah.
That's all right. He can take it back or get him another one.
I'll sell it, yeah.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah.
1,000 carats. I don't know who gonna buy that.
1,000 carats, honey.
Oh,
he ain't said one or two. He said 1,000.
Any jewelry store will take that.
Exactly. Well, happy birthday, Shaq.
Yes.
All right, the color of the day, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color of the day is robin egg. On the high end, you say robin egg, and on the low end, you say beautiful powder blue. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, time for the wake-up call. Y'all get that to boy 8669-RICKEY. Let's go.
Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it together. They woke you up this long, this late. Doing your house shoes, stuff would be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from? So come on and tell us and just wake up.
Good morning. This is Karen from Kansas City saying wake up to all the postal workers and to my family. Wake up.
Yo, what's up? This your boy, Charles McGee from the Brick City. I want to wake up everybody at the house that stay with me. Wake your ass up. Wake up.
Hey, this is Tony from Augusta, Georgia. Wake up, Tasha, Tanaka, Devin, Haley, TT, and Gotti, Nisa. Good morning. Wake up.
Good
morning. I would like to wake up my friend Tanetta Phillips. Get up, get out there and make that money. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is Irvin Brown calling from Oak Cliff, Texas. I want to wake my sister and my mama up, Delisa Burns and Roxanne Brown. Get y'all butts up and get down to that WIC office and get them vouchers. Quick, 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 wake up.
When you at Richmond, wake up. In Little Rock, wake up. Hey, Tulsa, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Flint, wake up. In Toledo, wake up. Des Moines, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, y'all, the same as being brought to you by
This Women's History Month, discover your new favorite podcast with women's stories from health and fitness to comedy and true crime. Download the free Apple Podcast app.
Let's go to the phone. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Who is this?
Good morning, this is Miss Bert.
Hey, Miss Bert. What up, Miss Bert? Man, Miss I'm doing good, Miss Bert. I didn't make it to church yesterday. Got in late and couldn't make it. Yesterday wasn't the first Sunday, was it?
It's all right. You didn't make it. I didn't make it to church neither.
What happened? Why you there? Because you never miss church, Miss Bert, ever.
I know it. I had to went down to the grocery store early yesterday morning, called myself going to cook. I had to went down. I was going to make some green and pork chops and candy. Yeah, I was going to cook a big Sunday dinner, you know. I went down there to go get my pot out of the bottom of the pan, and all my pots was gone.
No!
What? No. What happened to him, Miss Bert?
I know. Person done brought some girl home on Saturday night, and she done stole all my pots.
Oh, Lord.
Slow down.
He done gave her $40, whatever that means.
Miss Bert,
you done have this morning, my daughter on the way to come get me now so she can take me down here to get some more pots.
Yeah, and Miss Bert, those pots probably was seasoned. You probably had those pots a long time.
I got it from my mama.
Oh,
everybody
wow.
sat right here had to make banana sandwiches.
I ain't mean to laugh, Miss Bert. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Now, how many pots did they take, Miss Bert? What? Let's go down the list.
She got my cast iron skillet. She got my roaster.
So she got your cast iron skillet. That means you can't fry no chicken or you can't make no cornbread.
Rick, I can't do nothing.
And she got your roaster. That means you can't do no pot roast. You can't do no. What are you cooking the roaster, Miss Bert?
I had to put my roaster in there. I like to let mine set overnight. I can't cook nothing. I can't cook no potatoes, no nothing. I was going to cook the children Sunday morning before they go to school. I couldn't even do that. I had to send every last one of them out here with a boiled egg. I'm so sorry that you got to go through that, Miss Bert. So she got the cast iron skillet, the roaster, and what else? She got the cast iron skillet, the roaster. She got my deep fryer, too. And they gave me air fryer for Christmas. I ain't seen it either. And you think the girlfriend on crack or something? I don't know what she on, but she got to get up out of here. He talking about he gave her $40. Talking about he saw her there and went to sleep, and he woke up and she was gone. She ain't have no business in here.
That's disrespectful.
So, Miss Bert, we're gonna try to me and Brett, Special K, Gary, Maria, right here. We're gonna put some money together, try to get you some new pots because you can't send the kids out there with a boiled egg. Ms. Bert. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all just bring it on down here to me. Yes, man. And Ms. Bert, if anybody want to see your videos, Ms. Bert, let everybody know how you can be. I'm upset. I can't even talk because I'm upset because you got all that food. Well, how you going to, wait a minute, before we get to that part, how you going to cook all the food? I'm just going to have to sit in here and wait. I go get me some more pie. I'm going to throw it at the top of that freezer. We're going to cook it next Sunday because I sure like cooking next tonight. Right. Well, we'll take y'all to Piccadilly's or something and let everybody know how you can be reached, Miss Bert. All they got to do is go on the internet and search up the Will Queso. When they see I know you right, they find me in the right place. There it is, y'all. Y'all give it up. Hey, you make sure you call us. Let us know what happened with those pots and give us an update. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Miss Bert. Boy, Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Black Tony, what's wrong now? What's wrong?
But Saturday, you trying to get cussed out for real this morning, boy.
What you mean?
Listen to me. You sent me a text early in the morning talking about where you at. Well, I'm asleep.
Why you sleep, Black Tony?
Saturday, why I'm asleep? Why you fall to be asleep? Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm in Thailand. You ain't heard it say daylight time, boy.
What you mean?
It say daylight. You supposed to turn your clock back 3 hours.
No.
On Saturday night.
Supposed to turn my clock back 3 hours.
Yo, but it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm here I'm in Tallahassee right now.
No, that Maria,
I'm trying to get cussed out, boy.
Maria, it's supposed to be spring forward and fall back.
Yo, fall
and it's
back
not
3
3
hours.
hours, D'Antonio. It is not 3 hours.
He called him by his birth name.
Hold up, what y'all talking about? I seen the thing that said say daylight time. Turn your clock, fall back 3 hours. You know, man, boy, you gonna text me talking about where you at?
Black Tony, come on, man. Come on, man. We go through this you do this every year.
Shaq, I gotta get up at 6 o'clock. I gotta be in the studio. I'm doing the album.
What? Doing an album with who?
T-Pain.
You doing an album with T-Pain?
Yo.
Because he is from Tallahassee, right?
I'm down here. He flew with me now on Friday, Saturday, and then they had to turn the clock back or Saturday night.
All right, let me ask you this. So every fall when the time change, so why are you late in the fall? I can understand the spring, but the fall, why are you late in the fall?
Yep.
That's a good question.
Bye, man. Bye, man. Bye, man.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Last night was the Oscar, and people, the stars turned out. They were flawless, giving you fashion, jewelry, just makeup, everything. But, honey, some people was very angry with one of the artists that I like her song because I sing it every morning, that song by Tim's. Now, Ricky, Tim's wore an outfit last night, and they said she was rude. And people said that she may not be invited back to the Oscars. They said she stole the show for at least, honey, the guest that was behind
that
her.
white on?
Yes, honey. They said the Oscar nominee Tim's had, honey, been slammed on social media after that elaborate outfit blocked the view of fellow attendees at the Oscars last night. They said the songstress who is nominated or was nominated for Best Original Song for the Black Panther Wakanda Forever track, Lift Me Up. They said she wore a puffy white gown that wrapped around the back of her head. And they said, while she stunned on the red carpet, the incredible outfit, y'all, was probably less loved by those people that was sitting, honey, beside her or inside of the Dolby Theater. Now, they're saying, y'all, imagine this. They said, imagine waiting, y'all, your whole life, honey, to be at the Oscars, and you end up sitting behind a Stratus cloud. They called that dress a Stratus cloud. And then they said somebody compared it to a mass of condensed water vapor. They're saying the critical claim, the outfit just, it was not a good look. They say she looked like a woman in church. You know how those women in church wear those big hats and you can't see behind?
Yeah, they be blocking, we call them blessing blockers.
Exactly. Well, honey, she was a blessing blocker, and a lot of people said she may not be invited back to the Oscars again, honey, because she can't wear no outfit like that. And I mean,
yeah, the people behind her couldn't see. They couldn't see her.
They could not see, Ricky. But what was she thinking? You know, I mean,
probably had a stylist like you be having wearing all kind of crazy stuff and get outside of the box. That's why I stopped going shopping with you. You ain't finna have me out here looking like I just got off a spaceship.
Well, at least you don't look like you just came out the gym.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'd rather look like that and coming out here looking like I'm finna be in the Can You Feel It video by the Jackson. Get off a damn. Can you feel it?
That's grand, baby. This girl, she was grand, but baby, they said, girl, you will not be back, honey, not no outfit like that, blocking the girls, honey, who want to see the Oscar. And this is her first time going to one and she didn't get the memo. Honey, you don't wear something that's blocking the people from behind you.
So y'all gonna talk about her. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing about that dress Pastor Shirley Caesar had on one year, that fairy godmother dress from the Wiz. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
No,
You know,
you're
they're
not.
my friend.
That was a nice dress, honey. First lady had on. Yes, that was a nice dress, baby. Now, Angela Bassett's dress last night, that purple shadow, it was cute-ish. It was nice, you know, and stuff like that, you know. So, you know, but Halle Berry's, you know, she really stole the scene. This girl gave you leg and flowers, honey. So she said, you're going to sniff, honey, where she had those flowers placed there. So congratulations to all those girls, honey. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, Ricky, this is sad, and right to y'all pray, honey. It's being reported, y'all, that Michael Irvin cried, y'all, as he denied the allegations against him at a news conference the other day. Now, they're saying that Irvin filed a $100 million lawsuit against Marriott, y'all, after that employee at the Renaissance Phoenix downtown hotel claimed that he made harassing and inappropriate comments to her in a lobby on February the 5th. Now, the NFL Network, you know, they sent Michael Irvin home from Phoenix, y'all, where he was scheduled to cover the Super Bowl. Where he was scheduled to cover the Super Bowl events for the network. Now they're saying, y'all, that Irvin has been suspended, y'all, from both networks while the investigation into the harassment allegations continue. Now, Ricky, this is the sad part, though. They're saying, y'all, that he's running low on cash. Now they're saying
I don't know about that, but I find it interesting that when it comes to black men, you always are guilty until proven innocent. Now, how come he can't stay on the air and keep his job or whatever? And then if the Marriott said that he did something, put the tape out.
Exactly.
Put the tape out what he did. He didn't do anything.
We still haven't seen the tape.
We have not seen the tape. And
then
then you can even listen at the witnesses. The witnesses said, hey, it was a brief exchange. It was nothing disrespectful. And the Marriott took it, and the Marriott employees took it, and they ran with it. Michael Irvin is innocent. He did not do anything.
And the witnesses were white men. They were his white
Absolutely.
friends. Exactly.
Out
for him.
You know, then they sent him home from the Super Bowl and stopped his pay. Now he haven't been on television. You know, we watch Michael Irvin every single day, but the young ladies and the people that accused him, how come they still get to go to work? Why they get to still go to work and carry on with their life and carry on with their job, and then he got to sue the Marriott? Why didn't the Marriott say, hey, here, Michael Irvin, here's some money for you, and then we're going to let y'all go because y'all blew something out of proportion? And you got to understand this also. People don't agree on everything. Sometimes a simple disagreement never should have elevated to the point where a man that sits on TV every day can't feed his family.
Yeah. Well,
he was done wrong, and it was racist, and I put that on everything.
Well, this is what Michael Irvin said, quote, "This sickens me." He said, "It takes me back to the time where a white woman would accuse a black man of something, and they would take a bunch of guys that were above the law, run in a barn, put a rope around his foot, and drag him through the mud and hang him there." He said, quote, "How can I defend myself if I don't know what I'm being accused of? I don't even know what this woman looks like. That blows my mind that in 2023, we're still dragging and hanging brothers by a tree." He said, "I know I didn't do anything wrong." I wonder if they talked to his wife.
He ain't said nothing wrong.
Oh, really?
He can defend himself.
Oh, he could?
Yeah, because that could be any one of us.
I wonder how many white women ever accused Michael Irvin of something.
Okay, what does that have to do with anything?
It didn't happen that day, that's for sure. Okay,
how many times he been convicted of anything?
They got a tape of everything. Everything is on tape. Everybody got a phone video. Show us the freaking tape.
That's
Show us the tape.
Ricky. Like, why is it so difficult? Yeah.
Right. But it don't matter if they show the tape. No, Ricky, they done show tapes hell on a lot of things, and people still got convicted.
Okay,
so that
Michael
don't
Irvin,
matter.
I believe, because ain't nobody going to sit up there and just make a video and just lie like that and then a tape come out.
Right.
I don't believe he did anything. Michael Irvin made his mistakes when he played for the Dallas Cowboys. That man 54 years old. He don't have time for to be getting in trouble and risking the kind of money that he make now, saying something to a white woman. And usually sometimes when I get on a damn elevator, if I don't feel comfortable with a bougie white woman that get on, if she look uncomfortable, it makes me uncomfortable. You know what I do? The minute that damn door open, I get my ass off. Because I don't want no smoke. I don't want none of it. You ain't finna say I did nothing to you, accuse you. When they get to clutching their purse and stepping to the side like you got a disease or something, I just go ahead and get off and hit the button again and get in a more comfortable situation, go to my floor. Michael Irvin did not do anything, and I'm willing to bet my whole career on it, and I put it on the shield. He didn't do nothing.
Okay. Well,
but she get to go to work. But she get to go to work every day, and he got to sit at home and prove that he innocent. So when they find out that he's innocent, then all of a sudden, he popped back up on TV? That's not fair.
Right.
He should sue the network too for taking him off.
No,
because the network need to be asking, where's the tape?
That part.
The network, that whatever network he on, NFL, when he on ESPN, they need to be asking, show us the tape. Until then, we're going to put Michael Irvin back on TV, period.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, you're older and wiser looking back at what advice would you give your younger self. So today on What's Trending, we're talking about getting old and what advice would you give your younger self. Now, no one can avoid aging. But first things are first. So who gets to decide when you're officially old? We all heard that age is just a number type of thing. But what does the research really say?
Well, Ricky, not surprisingly, the answer to this age-old question seems to be, it depends on who you ask. A 2017 study by U.S. Trust report that American millennials define old starting at age 59. Now, Gen Xers said old begins at 65, while baby boomers and the silent generation agree that you're not really old until you hit age 70. But years ago. Now, according to a 2020 survey of 2,000 Americans conducted by Let's Get Checked, 57 is commonly thought of as officially old.
I don't understand that because my parents, if you would have saw my mom dance at her 75th birthday and how she was dancing and how she was moving, and she be out there going fishing, the way they move, they are young.
Yeah.
And they 75, and I'm talking about my mama was killing it. Can still, my mama drummers. My mama can still whip a snare drum to this day.
Come on now.
She can do it. She can do that roll, that pop, 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 pop. Brad.
Yes.
Yeah, because you're a drummer as well. So I just really don't see them as old. One thing is for sure, the older we get, the wiser we get. So looking back, what advice would you give your younger self, or what do you wish you knew then that you know now? Brett, what are your thoughts?
Not to trust as easily, and read all your contracts.
All of them.
All of them.
Every last
even
one.
Words you don't understand. Don't ask nobody.
Right.
Figure it out yourself. Look it up. Ask people. Don't just trust any attorney.
Right. Kate.
Ease off on the alcohol and the smoking, and don't consider everybody that say they're your friend to be your friend. You just know.
Would you look back at your younger self and tell yourself that you shouldn't have went on stage that night at Uptown Comedy Club when Earthquake was hosting? That night when the room was just quiet.
Yeah.
And you can hear the dishes in the back coming from the kitchen.
I can hear the people in the back washing dishes. That's how quiet it was when I was on stage. It was early in my career, Maria.
No, it wasn't.
It would have been better if they had booed. Hey, Rock, it would have been better if they had booed.
But it was just dishes clanking in
They
the
were
background.
just silent, like, why are you up there?
With the big blinking eyes.
It was that bad.
That's terrible.
Cartoon
Maria,
blinking eyes.
I was sitting over there. I was sitting up in the VIP. Oh, man.
Hey,
like, man,
the
only thing you have to do is say, give it up for God. Give it up for the ladies.
The whole crowd looked like that wide eye emoji.
Yep.
That's what the whole crowd looked like.
Yeah. Like on South Park when they be blinking them eyes.
If you would have just said, give it up for the ladies, give it up for God. Whenever they get quiet like that, you got to say, give it up. Clap a round
All
of
the
applause
beautiful
for
black
Jesus.
ladies in here. All the beautiful black ladies. Show some love.
Yeah. Clap if Jesus brought you from a mighty long way. Clap for that. Clap.
Them dishes was clapping though, weren't they?
There was just light tinkling sounds.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, so what did you say before you got off stage, before Earthquake? What did you say?
I said, this ain't working tonight. I'll be back next week. Earthquake came on stage and said, don't threaten my crowd like that. You're trying to close the club down. He said, don't tell nobody you'll be back next week. If you back next week, it'll be as a customer.
Wow.
Hey, Kay. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm not trying to get on something. Hey, Rock T.
Yeah, dog.
Rock T Special K came back over there to the table where the comedian was sitting. No, I said, no, come over here. He said, don't bring the energy over here. Go sit over there.
You gotta learn that in them early days. You gotta know what it feels like to hit that wall.
Woo.
Oh man.
Boy, they denied you like Peter.
But it only made me strong.
They said, what in the Judas is going on here, Gary?
Oh my gosh.
What about your younger self? What would you tell your younger self?
Probably to be more understanding, and because my patience and my understanding was, not that well.
Would you have threw that pot of chili across Wendy's in the kitchen?
Well, you know what?
When you was working at Wendy's in Houston, which Wendy's in Houston you was working at?
No, it was in Port
In Port Arthur.
Yes.
So the tickets kept ringing. The tickets kept coming up. It was lunchtime, and the phone kept ringing. The phone kept ringing. What made you throw that pot of chili across the kitchen?
Because I was frustrated. I was aggravated. I mean, at that time, I hadn't been knowing how to take my lithium. So once I learned how to take my lithium, I got a little bit more patient and more understanding. But at that time,
Gary, where did the chili land? Where did it land?
It landed right there on the floor in front. It was just a pot of chili just laying right there on the floor in front of me. I mean, it's almost like I started screaming because, at the time, like I told you, I didn't have my lithium. And
did they call
me crazy?
Did they call the police or you was escorted out by the other employees?
I was escorted out, and they called my daddy.
And your daddy came pick you up?
Yeah. So,
did he pick you up because he worked at a funeral? Did he pick you up in a hearse or a funeral car?
No, we had a El Camino at the time, so he came pick me up in the El Camino.
Did you get fired after that?
I think they did.
Oh. Yeah, chili stains all on your uniform, dog.
Did they let you come up there and pick up your check, or your daddy went up there and got your last check?
No, they let me come pick it up, honey. That was a big.
But they didn't let you come in the back.
That's where the chili was thrown in the bag. No, they didn't let me go back in the bag. They didn't let me right there at the damn cash register. Crystal, her name was Crystal. She was my manager, baby. She gave me my little check, baby. And I went home. Faded to black.
Brad, would you have stolen a Foot Locker, Brad? Merry-go-round.
I ain't steal no shoes.
What'd you say you took? Oh, you took something out of merry-go-round.
Carl Kanai.
Yeah.
I didn't steal. I just walked out.
It's a parting gift.
Yeah. I didn't go back and I didn't get caught.
Rock, do you regret giving out those discounts at Foot Locker? That was you the one that gave out the discount for those K-Swiss.
Yeah, K-Swiss and them weapon basketball Magic Johnsons and Larry Bird shoes.
Oh,
right.
Wow.
So was you escorted out or did they ask you to resign?
Nah, my brother was the manager, so I was good.
Do they still make K-Swiss?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I need some. I just need one pack of whatever. Where those on stage, and them tree torns too. Them tree torns was tight too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's go to the phones. 866-9RICKEY. Good morning.
I would tell myself, first of all, be patient, pay attention to details, read more, and build a level of consistency in my life.
I wish I would have learned how to praise Jesus when I was younger, because now I'm so happy that I know him now.
I wish I would have just kept all the toys, action figures that I had, because I was saving when I was little, and those things are worth money.
I think I would tell myself to cut people off a lot sooner that weren't, reciprocating the same generosity and care and compassion that I had given to them.
My younger self never should have met my ex-wife. I should have let her keep on walking instead of trying to pull the call.
To get an education. High school, college, get your master's, doctor, get it all, because they can't take it away from you.
My younger self would be twerk all you can, because right now my knees don't gave out on me, and I can't take it no more. I would be twerking.
Yep.
Man, all right, y'all. If y'all can get through, y'all hit us at Rickey Smiley Official, y'all. 20 before the top of the hour, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Listen to this. Y'all gonna. I kind of probably already know what some of y'all gonna say. All right, so I got a letter. It says, "Yo, I'm 31, and this girl I was going with before my current relationship, which has been for a little under a year. Her sister tragically, wait a minute, hold on, let me start over. It said, yo, I'm 31, and the girl I was going with before my current relationship, which has been for a little under a year, in parentheses. It said her sister tragically passed away last week, and the funeral is this coming Saturday. So I told my ex that I would definitely be there. So we had dated almost 5 years, and I was close to her entire family. My current girlfriend is tripping and wants to know, why would I go since I'm in a whole new relationship? This is making me question her character as a person. Why would I not go? Am I wrong here? Side note, the funeral is about 5 hours away, so it's going to be an overnight trip. Okay. Now what I put is like, I think you should go, but take your girlfriend with you, and if she don't feel comfortable going, she can stay in the hotel. Or stay in the car and just take your girlfriend with you. If the relationship is over or whatever, but I don't see anything wrong with going to pay your respect if you had a relationship with the whole family, because you know, her sister is your sister. You know, you have that bond like that sometime with somebody that you date, siblings. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of folks that I dated, dated a woman and her brothers and sisters that I'm still cool with to this day and have a great relationship with, because y'all share a bond or whatever, because you was over there all the time. Special K, am I wrong?
And you know what? That option that you gave, I hadn't thought about that, about take the new girlfriend with you. But what the new girlfriend is giving me, just off reading this, is insecurity and a little bit of immaturity. He doesn't say what her age
don't you
is.
Don't you have to make her feel comfortable? Say, hey, babe, we just gonna go. I'm just gonna go to the funeral. I'm gonna get a room. You can stay in the room. You know, drive up there with me where she won't think it's no hanky panky. I don't know.
I think that actually might be the best compromise, Garrett.
I mean, that's a good compromise, but what if she still doesn't want to go? What if she just wants no part of it?
Well, if she don't want no part of it, then that's exactly. Because you offer.
Yeah, that's her problem. Because the thing about it is, you're creating problems for solutions. The solution is, would you like to go? Because she could go to the funeral and sit in the back. She don't even have to walk. You don't have to walk in with me and walk up to the casket with me. You can come in and have a seat in the back, and we can sit in the back and let me go around and pay my respect, and then we can leave. You ain't got to be doing the most, because I am in a new relationship. It just common sense. Brett, what are your thoughts?
Oh, she stepped in.
Maria.
I think that the new girlfriend is probably thinking, okay, well, your ex-girlfriend is emotionally vulnerable, and what if old feelings come back up again? She's probably not being unsupportive of him being there for her, but she probably has those insecurities. So I'm thinking that's probably the dominant thought on her mind right now. It's like, oh, what if y'all start catching feelings and, y'all around each other and this is a tough time and she's emotional. But that's just an assumption that I'm making. But I think that that was a really good solution that you brought up, Ricky. Just take the new girlfriend with you, right, and then air supportive together.
Yeah, and I mean, even if say, hey, I'm gonna go over here where I can hang out with the brothers and sisters or whatever you hear at the room, that does give her a sense of security, because that's an option. You know what I'm saying? Instead of leaving her all the way 5 hours away, hey, you go with me. And you just keep going back to the hotel, checking in and say, hey, we're going to go over here to the repast. I'll bring you some food back, or I'll take you to get something to eat. Make sure your new girl is comfortable. And then I'm going to go over here and I'll just mingle with the brothers and sisters or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because the new girlfriend ain't going to want to go over there to the house, to the repast. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I just want to know what your thoughts are. Get at me, 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKY. Good morning. Oh, we got to call? Oh, I'm sorry. The phone, y'all done blew up the phones because the damn contest going on. Y'all got the phone lines tied up. Now, Gary, what were you saying again?
I was saying the same thing you said. I mean, once you offer, I'm offering you to come, and if you don't want to go, then that's on you then, because I offered. So you don't come,
because at that point, you got a bad attitude, and you don't give a damn about you make it about you. Because understand, like, if your ex-girlfriend's sister died, that's like your sister died. If you over there all the time and y'all grew up and is in there watching TV and you dated for some years or whatever, those become yours as well. Yeah.
And I think that's why he said he's questioning her character as a person, because
selfish
character,
unless she can also say, hey, babe, I hate you suffered this loss. Do you need me to go up there with you to help you drive, and I can just get a room and chill and help you drive back? That's what you need in your life or whatever. Because if she offering a problem and not offering no kind of solution, then you might need to reconsider that relationship. All right, y'all, hit me up. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Finance, wealth, and growth. It's Money Mondays on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Rock, how you sleeping like you 3 years old again?
Yeah, curled up, man, on your side, sucking that thumb.
Wiggling your toes.
Yeah, man.
Can you got to start by doing, boy, you know she got that fire. Do you see stars? Yes, sir, boy. Yes, sir. Boy, we got to be respectful. We got Janai, I'm so sorry. Janai.
Ooh. Listen, I didn't even realize that's what she was saying. I got to leave that alone completely.
Oh, yeah, that song ain't no church song.
Janai, I just not paid attention to it. I didn't know what she was saying either to just now. Do you see stars?
Yeah.
You get lightheaded.
Got to step your game up.
What you can't say what you say?
I'm over here fanning myself a little bit. I'm fanning myself.
Janai, read them lyrics. That ain't no gospel song.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to get off with y'all. I'll tell you that right now.
Hey, can you say you get lightheaded? You get lightheaded.
You get lightheaded. You about to black out.
That's gonna be in my head all day. Till you see stars, all day, baby, all day. So I'm so excited to have you on this morning, Janai. If you're thinking about buying a new car, you definitely need to hear what our money not throwing has to say about why 31%. Listen to this: 31% of new cars sold last month sold for above the sticker price. And what you need to do if you are in the market for a new car, Janai, break it all down.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. And what's interesting, Ricky, is yes, some cars now are priced between 8 and over 20% over the manufacturer's suggested retail price, which is crazy. A lot of cars that are being sold at a premium. So we know spring is in the air, seasons are changing. A lot of people get the itch to want to buy a new car. But let's make sure everybody gets the information that they need. So, Ricky, you mentioned one thing. You said manufacturer's suggested retail price. That's the MSRP. When we go to the dealership, we know how we see that big piece of paper on the window of the car.
Right.
That's the manufacturer's suggested retail price. Now, what's interesting is how many cars are being sold at a premium above that. So here's some examples. The Genesis GV70, the Jeep Wrangler, the Mercedes GLB, the Cadillac CT4V, and even the Genesis GV80, 70 and the 80 are both being sold as high as 28% above that MSRP. So you want to make sure that you're taking your time and being careful to make sure you're not paying a really high premium.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, that Jeep Wrangler always be up over that high price. That's always
popular.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Janai, so for people that they want to buy a car and they want to know if they're not making a mistake, what can they do when they're going? What's some of the main things they should look for to know they're not being taken advantage of when they're buying a car?
So let's talk about some of the main mistakes, Roxy, people make when they buy a new car. These are the things that I see people do. Number one, I see people rolling that negative equity forward. You're upside down in the car and you're like, ooh, I'm just going to go buy me a new car and I'm just going to put this old negative equity on top of my new car. Please don't do that. You want to pay off that old equity as soon as you can and then start off fresh with the new car. A lot of times I see people negotiating the monthly payment you can afford versus negotiating the price of the car. So they got us so focused on the payment that we're not really focused on the price. You want to be careful of that. And another thing people do is there's actually three to the deal. You want to negotiate them separately: the price, the trade-in, and the financing. A lot of times you sit down with the financing people and they make it seem like it's one transaction. It's actually three separate, distinct transactions. One more thing, Roxy. A lot of people go buy a new car, then they find out how much the insurance is, and they want to faint. You got to figure out how much the insurance costs before. So before you buy that car, please call your agent. You want to know what the insurance is going to cost and that routine maintenance, because, you know, a lot of people are riding around here car broke because they just cannot keep up with the maintenance and the insurance to drive that car.
Hey, Janai. One time I was I went in there to pay my insurance payment. That was when I used to just go and pay it before you could do it online. Right outside, it was on First Avenue. Right outside, the dude just had a car wreck routine, and he came in there. He asked the agent. He said, "Hey man, I just want to know is it too late to get the insurance?" After the accident, yeah, just had a wreck. Right up there on First Avenue.
Backdate that thing about a week.
Huh?
Yeah, backdated about a week for me.
I tried not to laugh in his face. I just got up and went next door in the barbershop. There's a barbershop next door. I went there and sat down where I could laugh.
We're going to call that too late. That's too late.
Yeah,
The agent said, no, man, it's just too late. And then both of them was out there looking at the wreck.
He said, what kind of car you got, sir? Oh, that Lincoln Continental sitting out there in the middle of the intersection.
It was right up under the police
With the
car.
whole front end toe off of it.
Hey, I was sitting in the barbershop window watching. I was laughing so hard that all the windows were foggy. Janai, I'm so sorry.
No, but we're going to call that too late for sure. But we're going to call that certainly too late.
I have a quick question for you, if that's okay. I want to talk to you. You talked about the cars that are selling above MSRP. Can you talk about those that are being sold below MSRP? And what do you think about getting a car from like something like Facebook Marketplace? Because I actually bought one cash for my son, and it's been working great.
Oh.
Well, there's several cars, Maria, that are actually being sold below MSRP. And that's why when you're buying a new car, please don't rush. I want you to take your time and do your research. Being sold below MSRP, Chevrolet Silverado, Infiniti QX80, that Ford F-150, the hybrid, Chevrolet Traverse, even the Buick Envision, those are all being sold below. And then, Maria, to your point, do I think it's a good idea to use a different marketplace, whether it's Facebook, if you know someone who has their dealer's license, that's how I bought my last car. I think it's a great idea because if you're going to the dealership, I can assure you more than likely you're going to be paying more. You think about how big and beautiful those places are, they've got bills to pay. So we definitely want to explore all of our options before we make this major financial decision.
Okay, Janai, I got a quick one for you. What's the longest term that you suggest people to finance a car for? And what are the current interest rates to finance?
Well, I'm happy you asked me that because which is interesting. Y'all remember back in the day, like 4 or 5 years was like the longest to finance a car for. You can finance a car now for like 7 or 8 years. Please do not do that. And you think about it, you're buying an asset that's depreciating. The value of this car is going down every single day that we drive them. The longer that you're financing the car, the more likely you are putting yourself in a position to get upside down or get that negative equity. So please don't go more than 5 years, which is the 60 months. And now think about it, y'all. Interest rates are up. So about the average interest rate to finance a car now is about 6.3%. Remember a few months ago, they were like about 2 or 3%. Interest rates now are over 6.3%. So you want to factor that into what your payment's going to be.
Janai, thank you so much. This is a good segment, but I think this segment is insensitive for all of our people that's listening to us that's riding the bus to work this morning. We ain't gonna do this one no more. We're not doing it. Y'all need to start thinking. Janai, y'all need to start thinking stuff through before we get on the radio with it. Now everybody riding the bus on the way to work and took their headphones off. Appreciate you, Janai. We got the front page coming up next. Morning Show.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 27 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's your Monday morning news. In an effort to restore confidence in America's banking system, the Biden administration on Sunday guaranteed that customers of the failed Silicon Valley Bank will have access to all their money starting today. Silicon Valley Bank failed Friday. Depositors hurried to withdraw money amid fears over the bank's health. The bank's 48-hour collapse led to the second largest failure of a financial institution in U.S. history. In other news, Ricky, a black couple has settled their fair housing lawsuit against a real estate company after they received a home appraisal worth $500,000 less than their white friend who pretended to be the homeowner 3 weeks later. Tanisha Tate Austin and Paul Austin of Marin City, California say an appraiser vastly undervalued their home in early 2020 because of their race. Details of the settlement were not immediately disclosed. Lastly, men diagnosed with localized prostate cancer who want to avoid immediate surgery or radiation can safely choose to actively monitor the disease as a treatment method, according to a study released Saturday in the New England Journal of Medicine. Researchers in the study determined most men shouldn't rush to treatment decisions as the mortality rate from the cancer 15 years later was relatively low regardless of treatment approach. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at news. For more on these stories and other headlines, visit RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what you got in sports?
What up there, Maria? Let's start off with the NCAA tournament. It's March Madness time. We're excited. Bracketology is about to get ready to go down. My Final Four bracket predictions will be later on this week for the men and the women. But let's start off with the number one seeds in the men's hoops. We got Alabama, Houston, Kansas, and Purdue. Number one seeds for women, South Carolina, Indiana, Stanford, and Virginia Tech. Let me shout out to my daughter Harmony in Harvard, man. I was hanging out in New Jersey for the Ivy League championship over the weekend. We made it to the championship game, fell 6 points short. Man. So we didn't make the NCAA tournament.
She's still the champ.
Hey, dog, all day long, but we will be representing in the NIT. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be exciting right there. This is fun times in basketball. In the meantime, Tiger Woods fired back at his ex-girlfriend saying that he and her did not have any verbal agreement to let her live in his house for at least 5 more years, and he never transferred any ownership or possession to the residence.
He got to get her out of there because his hair coming out.
Yeah, he need to go ahead and just shave it, man. Just go ahead and shave it, man. Just embrace the baldness. It's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but she trying to get $30 million from a lawsuit because she mad because he kicked her out the house because they no longer together. It is what it is. Real quick report, man. There's a rumor out there, Rick Dog, that the New York Jets have cleared about $15 million of extra money because they're trying to sign Green Bay Packer quarterback, Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
All right.
We're gonna see what
That's
happens.
good.
Man. Aaron Rodgers, man, over there with the Jets.
My nephew Quinn Williams just signed. So I'm excited about that. I thought he was going to try to come to the Cowboys, but I'm real excited about that, man.
Yes,
Proud
sir.
of him.
Yes, sir. It's about to go
Rock,
down. What's up?
All the sports fans, y'all go to George L. Fleming, the third Facebook page, George L. Fleming. This fool done put up a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar slam dunk contest he did by himself. He said Kareem can't jump over a credit card.
That joke ain't got no hops.
He said a grand finale was a skyhook dunk. Y'all go to George Fleming Facebook page.
It's cold-blooded, dog.
I'm sitting up here crying. Kareem got them little tight shorts on, doing them little dunks where he really don't have to jump.
That skyhook was mean, no dog.
Yeah, but he ain't got no business dunking.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Go ahead, I can't talk. Just do it.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Scream
card.
6.
Brett,
Scream 6, huh?
He said Kareem couldn't cheat.
Credit card.
He said Kareem Abdul can't jump over a credit card.
Oh, God.
Go ahead, Brad.
Scream 6, y'all, killed it at the domestic box office over the weekend, bringing in $44.5 million. This marks the franchise's highest debut yet. Deadline attributes the success of the sequel in part of social media campaigns and Jenna Ortega's star power following Wednesday. Creed 3 came in second place, pulling in $27.1 million. The best second weekend for a Creed movie. 65 came in third place, outperforming its projections with $12.3 million. Moving on, y'all, Netflix has edited an inaccurate Will Smith joke out of Chris Rock's live selective outrage special during the performance. Before quickly realizing his error, Chris Rock said years ago his wife said I should quit the Oscars. I shouldn't host because her man didn't get nominated for Emancipation, the biggest piece of ever. He continued, no, not Emancipation. I messed up the joke. So Rock intended to allude 2015 sports film Concussion. So I guess that's why they removed it, because his joke was wrong. But it still went over well to me.
It's funny.
It was funny. And last but not least, you all right, Rick?
Man, I'm crying over you. I'm so sorry, Brett.
That's all right.
Man, y'all going to hell, man. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has done so many great things in the community. You gonna post a slam dunk contest when ain't nobody in the contest but him. He ain't even slam. He got the little shorts off.
Get up on that tippy toe.
Oh, he had a new Converse All-Stars, the leather ones.
Yeah.
Oh. Brett, I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. You know what?
You need to be banned. You need to be banned from Facebook, George Fleming. I'm done. I'm sorry, Brett.
All right, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that, though. But coming up next, we got the praise mix down. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour.
All right, y'all, it's Monday, and that makes another commentary on the state of Black America with the National Urban League President and CEO, Mark Morial. Mr. Mark, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ricky. Good morning, and good morning to your listening audience. And Black America was on last week as the National Urban League's 20th anniversary legislative policy conference took place. We had 500 urban leaguers, urban league leaders from all across the nation on Capitol Hill to press the agenda for Black America and civil rights. So in that 3-day conference, we did a number of things. We visited the White House, where we heard from White House senior staff, and then President Biden, to our surprise, stopped in on our meeting and talked to us about a range of issues, including his economic agenda, voting rights, democracy, judicial vacancies, and the like. The president surprised us. He was not on the schedule to be with us. But after we had heard from Susan Rice and Mitch Landrieu and a number of other senior staffers at the White House, the president walked in, and that really made for a great kickoff of our conference. Over the next 2 days, we walked Capitol Hill, meeting with members of Congress, and also visited 6 agencies, from Justice to Labor to the Departments of Health and Human Services and Commerce. And the Federal Communications Commission, to talk to them about our agenda and what they were doing to advance the agenda we have for Black America. It was powerful. First time we were on Capitol Hill in person with this conference since 2019 due to the pandemic, and it was a powerful way. Activism is in the streets, Ricky. It is in the streets, but activism is also in the halls of Congress. Activism goes from streets to suites to congressional committees, to private meetings, to conferences, to one-on-one conversations. We brought the activism and the energy from local communities to Washington, D.C. to press our agenda. And that agenda included voting rights, democracy, the president's $2.4 million economic plan, and what opportunities there would be there for Black businesses and Black workers. And we were proud while we were in Washington to announce a brand new initiative to partnership with the building trade unions and the National Urban League to recruit Black workers into union construction jobs. This is new. And as you know, we've been closed out of those jobs significantly for years. This new partnership, this new effort, and we'll talk more about it in the future, Ricky, is designed to bring thousands and thousands of Black workers into these construction trades jobs.
Oh, wow.
Because this is where the work is going to be as this infrastructure bill, this jobs bill, rebuilding roads, bridges, airports, broadband, ports across the nation, parks across the nation, water systems across the nation will take place. Workers and business opportunities will be there. We want to make sure Black America gets its fair share. So it was a powerful conference. And for those of you who want to follow, go to nul.org and check out the reviews and the videos and photos from the Legislative Policy Conference. And you can also take a peek at one of the sessions, which we stream virtually. So 20 years, I've been taking the National Urban League to Capitol Hill in this fashion. Now, we're there every day, every week, through our staff, through our activism, and through our work. But what we've got to do is bring the policy agenda. The street heat creates the climate. The policy agenda brings about the change. And we're going to continue to do that. And so it was powerful. So I want to thank everyone who was a participant in that, the thousands and thousands who saw it online, certainly the 500 urban leaguers from all across the nation, including a large contingent of young people from the National Urban League, young professionals, were there in the House on Capitol Hill for the 20th Legislative Policy Conference. So that is the state of Black America, Ricky, and we will look forward to seeing you next week, another time on the radio. I'm Mark Morial, again, State of Black America. Follow us across all social media at Mark Morial and at Nat Urban League to stay in touch. And we'll see you next time on the radio.
Hey, Mr. Mark, it's always good having you, y'all. And you've been listening to the State of Black America with the former New Orleans mayor and Louisiana State Senator Mark Morial, president of the National Urban League. Mr. Mark, thank you. We love you. And I can't wait to talk to you next Monday. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.